Everyone wants the results. Nobody wants the transformation. They want the confidence, the respect, the power, the success. But they don't want the years of loneliness that come before it. They don't want the mornings nobody sees, the sacrifices nobody applauds, the nights where you're fighting yourself while the rest of the world sleeps peacefully. They want the final version, but they would never survive the process, and that's why most people stay exactly where they are. Forever, I learned this the hard way, because once upon a time, I wanted everyone to believe in me. I wanted my friends to support me. I wanted my family to understand me. I wanted people to look at me and say, he's going to become something great, but they never did. Instead, they laughed. When I stopped going out every weekend, they laughed. I still remember one Friday night, my phone wouldn't stop vibrating, message after message. Come out, everyone's waiting, stop acting different. I looked at the screen, then I looked at the work sitting unfinished on my desk. For a few seconds, I hesitated, because comfort was calling my name. But that night, I chose my future over my comfort. And they laughed. When I started waking up earlier, they laughed. When I started studying harder, they laughed. When I stopped wasting hours scrolling through meaningless distractions, they laughed even harder. Why are you trying so hard? Relax. Life isn't that serious. You're obsessed. You're boring now. And the worst part? Some of those voices came from people I loved, people I trusted, people I thought wanted the best for me. But that's when I discovered something dangerous. Most people don't want you to fail. They just don't want you to change. Because your growth reminds them of their excuses. So every time you improve, you become a mirror. And mirrors make insecure people uncomfortable. At first, their words hurt a lot. I won't lie. There were nights I almost gave up. Nights where I stared at the ceiling asking myself, maybe they're right. Maybe I should stop. Maybe I'm wasting my time. Because improvement is lonely. Nobody talks about that part. Nobody tells you that becoming stronger often means becoming isolated. Nobody tells you that discipline creates distance. Nobody tells you that growth can feel like grief, because you're not only building a new version of yourself, you're burying the old one, and the old version doesn't die quietly, it fights back. Every single day, the old version says, skip today, you deserve a break, start tomorrow, one day won't matter, nobody cares anyway. But then came the night that changed everything. The breaking point, the night nobody saw. I sat alone in my room, no messages, no support, no progress, no results, just silence, weeks of effort, and it felt like nothing was happening. For the first time, genuinely thought about quitting. I looked at myself and wondered, what if all of this is pointless? What if they're right? What if I'm sacrificing everything for nothing? And that's when I realized something. The real battle was never against other people. It was against the version of me that wanted to surrender, the version that wanted comfort, the version that wanted easy, the version that wanted excuses. That's when discipline answered differently. Discipline said, do it tired, do it sad, do it unmotivated, do it alone, just do it. And that's where everything changed. Not when I felt motivated, not when I felt inspired, not when life became easier, but when I learned to move without feelings. Because feelings are temporary, standards are permanent. The moment I understood that, I disappeared. Not physically, mentally, emotionally, socially. I stopped announcing my goals, stopped explaining my plans, stopped seeking validation, stopped arguing, stopped convincing people. I simply vanished into work, into discipline, into repetition, into mastery. Months passed, then years, and something strange started happening. The same people who laughed
started asking questions.
How did you do it? When did you get so confident? How are you making progress so fast? What changed? Nothing changed. That's the funny part. Nothing changed. I simply continued after everyone else quit. While they were chasing entertainment, I was chasing improvement. While they were making excuses, I was making adjustments. While they were waiting for motivation, I was building habits. And habits always defeat motivation. Always. Because motivation shows up when it wants. Discipline shows up no matter what. One day, I met an old friend, someone who used to laugh the loudest. He stared at me for a long time, then said, "Thought you'd actually do it." For a moment, I smiled. Not because I proved him wrong, but because I finally understood something. The goal was never proving people wrong. The goal was proving myself right. That's the trap. Too many people spend their lives fighting critics, trying to silence doubters, trying to earn approval, trying to win arguments. But winners don't win arguments. They win years. Every hour invested, every sacrifice, every disciplined choice, every lonely morning, every difficult decision, they stack quietly, invisible at first, then impossible to ignore, and eventually, the gap becomes permanent. People call it talent, people call it luck, people call it gifted, because that's easier than admitting the truth. The truth is terrifying. The truth is available to everyone. Most people don't fail because they can't succeed. Most people fail because they quit too early. Success is often boring, repetition, consistency, patience, delayed gratification, nothing glamorous, nothing exciting, just showing up again and again and again and again, until one day, the person in the mirror looks different. Not stronger because life got easier, stronger because life didn't. That's when I realized something. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect. It's telling yourself, my future matters, my potential matters, my dreams matter, even when nobody else believes it. So if they're laughing at your goals, let them. If they don't understand your vision, let them. If they think you're changing, good. That's the point, because one day, the version of you they're laughing at today will become the version they can't ignore tomorrow. Stay quiet, stay focused, stay disciplined. Disappear from distractions, disappear from excuses, disappear from comfort. And when you return as proof, not proof that they were wrong, proof that you were capable all along. Because the strongest revenge is not anger, it's transformation. The strongest response is not words, it's results. And the strongest version of you is waiting on the other side of discipline. They laughed when I chose discipline, then I disappeared. Years later, they called it talent. They called it luck. They called it gifted. But none of them were there. When I was building myself in the dark, none of them were there. When I fought battles nobody knew existed, none of them were there. When I chose discipline over comfort, again and again and again. So if you're watching this right now, keep going. Stay silent. Stay focused. Let them doubt. Let them laugh. Let them misunderstand you. Because one day, your existence will become their answer. And when the world finally asks where you've been, just smile and say, becoming someone you said I could never become.